It's our first update of Fortnite Season 6, and with it comes raptors, the new egg launcher with bouncy eggs, huge shotgun changes, and more. Let's cover everything in the new Fortnite update, starting with new weapons and map changes. So this update is both preparation for the Easter weekend and a huge patch for weapon changes and new features. For starters, the most important and interesting addition of Fortnite this update has to be the new raptors. After years and years, we have dinosaurs on the island now, and they are wild velociraptors. These things can be found randomly around the map, and they were originally leaked to only spawn in forests, yet we've spotted raptors pretty much all over the place, like in the middle of the road. Now sometimes they're on their own, and sometimes you can find them in packs, but unfortunately the raptors are not rideable. That was the question on all of our minds, but you can tame them instead, sort of. Right now they are super buggy, and if you try to tame one, it will just ignore you, eat your meat, and then kill you. Not to mention, they are really fast and take way more bullets to kill than a boar or a chicken. They just hatch from their eggs, so it's very possible that they will actually grow and get bigger over the season, which would be really cool. And speaking of things happening over the season, we've got the next seasonal event happening with this update. The main attraction of the patch is Spring Breakout, the name of this year's Fortnite Easter event. Spring Breakout starts today, and more stuff is going to be added over the next week, starting tomorrow. On April 1st, we're getting legendary quests relating to Easter where you can earn a new pickaxe. And according to that blog post, we'll also be getting 2 new items in the loot pool starting tomorrow. The egg launcher is returning in line with that Easter tradition, and we don't know if you'll have to get it from an NPC or if it'll just spawn in chests around the map, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's also going to be a brand new consumable that's going to be available around the island, and these are called bouncy eggs. When you eat them, they're actually going to give you a jump boost similar to Hop Rocks, so these are definitely going to spice things up. As for other things coming very soon, a Webster NPC is around the corner, and it's going to give those legendary quests for the Easter event. We're also probably going to be able to buy the egg launcher from him, but once again, it's not confirmed. And speaking of NPCs receiving changes, Deadshot now has a new house near him just northwest of Lazy Lake. If you recognize it, it's because this was actually the same house you could find Deadshot in last season. This place from the desert has returned to the island, and on the topic of map changes, we've got quite a few. To begin, the primal area on the island is actually now brighter and could be a hint that we'll see it change drastically in the next few weeks. And if we head over to the spire in the middle of the map, you can now see that there are now crystals around it. There are 2 explanations for these crystals, and it's either going to be for a future challenge or it might actually be story related. I guess we'll have to find out. But there is something interesting with these crystals over at Colossal Crops. If you head near the Raz NPC, you could actually find a new audio device on the map. Interact with this device and it plays a very creepy audio of John Jones. Take a listen.
Listen to the crystal song.
So yeah, it looks like John Jones being stuck in the loop is getting to him. What is this crystal song? I guess only time will tell, but it sure seems like the map is evolving. Not just the crystals, but even over at Pleasant Park too. You can see that some weird barriers and fortifications are being built in the area, and it could be for the Webster NPC, but thanks to leaks, it could mean a lot more. We'll get into that in a second, but we've got to talk about the most requested change in Season 6 to date. The shotguns in the loot pool have actually received some huge changes, something that the community has been very vocal about. To begin, the PRIMAL shotgun has gotten a huge nerf. It no longer spams, and the fire rate is lower both for hip firing and aiming down sights. This was a much needed change for the meta, and a ton of people are bound to be very happy about this, but it's not all because the makeshift shotgun has gotten a buff. We all hated the fact that this thing has only had 2 bullets in the magazine, so Epic actually increased it to 3. It also has a faster fire rate and reload time, making it way more feasible to pick up. Crafting has also received a buff, as you can now find mechanical parts and animal bones around the island as floor loot. This is going to be an awesome change for crafting that'll make it feel way less grindy, but now it's time to get into the juicy stuff, starting with leaks. So we're getting a new gun soon, and you might have already spotted this thing in the Battle Pass trailer if you had a keen eye. This is the Recycler, and the files have finally been added to the game this update. Because of this, we now know exactly how the gun works and its stats, and it's really exciting. Let's get into it. The Recycler is going to come in 3 rarities, blue, purple, and gold. It's going to have a reload time of 2 seconds, which is pretty long, and do between 75 and 83 damage per hit. Originally, we thought that the Recycler was going to use materials as ammunition, and while we were close, it's even cooler than that. According to leaks, the Recycler will actually suck up builds and then spit them back out as projectiles. So it's pretty much a vacuum that uses objects as ammo and then fires it back out. It sounds awesome, can't wait to get my hands on it. Now, we mentioned earlier that Pleasant Park's new border could mean something, and here's why. There's a visual glitch that's happening to some people that actually shows Pleasant Park turning slightly orange, and paired with the construction and the fact that it's on the border of the Primal area, this could be evidence that the island is changing. It's very possible that the Primal boundary is about to expand, and soon the whole map could be engulfed, which would be pretty cool, but let's be honest here, we're all way more excited about something else. I'm talking about the man himself, Peter Griffin. Last season, we got a leak in the files of Peter Griffin vs. the Chicken, and it was pretty much complete confirmation that a Family Guy crossover was coming. Well, nothing ever came of it until now. In this update, the set where we found the Family Guy files has been updated, and now it has a pickaxe in it. This pickaxe has a television cartoon effect on it, and it seems like even more evidence that Peter Griffin is indeed arriving on the island further down the road. I don't know, man, I cannot wait to see this crossover come to life, but moving on, we have to talk about another weapon on the horizon, and it's the new bow. Yes, the grappler bow is still on the way, but now we have leaks of the upcoming unstable bow that's going to be sold by Rebirth Raven in the future. We now know that it's going to have some kind of glitch effect on it, and these are the leaked sounds. As you can tell, it's going to be a very unique weapon at that, but before we finish off, this update has some pretty amazing new skins, and I can't wait to cop them. There's an upcoming bundle known as the Cyber Infiltration Pack, and it's going to bring 3 new anime-style skins to the game. They are Megumi, who looks like an anime Jules, Chugusa, and Yuki. And I'm sure I butchered those names or pronounced them wrong or whatever, I'm really tired, but these skins look awesome, and it's going to be part of the same pack, okay? Then we also found out that Epic is working on a skin for the IO guards known as the IO Trooper outfit. We don't know when this will arrive, or even if it'll get finished, but the description is Elite Commander of the Imagined Order, so it might be a special version of an IO guard, we'll have to see. Then to finish off, we have the Bunny Bundle, Webster, and Meg outfits, and then the Dutch skin. These will be the Easter-themed skins for this year, and you can cop them in the item shop with code T5G. But now, despite all the leaks being out of the way, there is still some amazing stuff in this update that not many people have been talking about. In fact, the rest of the video paves the way for the next few weeks of Fortnite. You're gonna wanna watch until the end. Let's end with everything else you need to know about the new update. For those of you who have been absolutely grinding or buying levels, Epic has added some super tiers into the Battle Pass to reward you for your efforts. From level 110 to 215, you'll be able to get Chromium, Runic, and Golden variants of the top 3 Battle Pass skins, Tirana, Raz, and the Spire Assassin. They look great and are definitely storyline related, but we don't know how yet. And on the topic of levels, there's a new option in the game settings to either show or hide your current season level in the kill feed. You know the number next to your name when you can get a kill or get eliminated? Yeah, now you can toggle it on and off. And if you've been on that grind, you probably know about how annoying the storm is. In Season 6, a bug is making it really bright and hard to see when you're in it, but luckily Epic has fixed the storm on consoles, so you shouldn't be seeing it anymore. We've also got a new loading screen leaked, and it shows John Jones with Tirana and Raz inside some kind of cave. They're looking up and seeing statues of Fishstick, Dynamo, and Master Key, and Fishstick is holding the FNCS pickaxe. It kinda looks like a nod to Mongrel and Benji Fish, but it also could be a hint at Mitro, so no way to tell. And the mystery continues with our next item, because a new hidden reward was added this update, and it's gonna be a toy. I'm just gonna throw a theory out there and guess that this is probably gonna be a football or a soccer ball and will be part of the Neymar Jr. skin later. It makes sense and would explain a mystery toy in the Battle Pass this season. And for our final additions, we have some new changes to Creative, including new devices that are absolutely game-changing. If you love Creative, these are huge for both players and map makers. There's a new heal power-up device that could change a person's health or shield at any moment, and then there's also a save point device. The save point device works just like it says, where you can save someone's progress at any moment, including their health, spawn point, and more. It's gonna be huge for when you're in the middle of a map, but have to go. We can finally save our progress now. But that's it for today's Fortnite update. Make sure to click on screen right now to check out our next video. This has been Tommy, and you're watching Top 5 Gaming.